Hi there. In this video, we'll be covering, can ChatGPT help me write a book? Unlocking the power of AI can superpower your book writing process, or it could diminish the book's impact. So you'll definitely want to watch this video. By the end of this video, you'll learn the ways that ChatGPT can be useful in book writing, some of the legal and copyright issues, and why having a book that sounds like everybody else's isn't a great strategy. And stay tuned until the end of the video for a free gift. Let's dive in. ChatGPT has unlocked so much opportunity since it was launched in November of 2022. It can make things easier, it can give us quick responses to things, it can help us with ideas about prompts and emails and communication we have with people, quick headlines, witty jokes, writing in somebody else's style of voice. It can be really fascinating to play around with it and see what it spits out, because you really don't know sometimes. It can really surprise you, and it can really unlock new opportunities of thinking, and kind of bring out blind spots, areas of focus that you haven't thought about at all. And from a writing focus, especially with books, it can help you with ideas and it can help you with outlining. I've used it so many different times with book writing to help come up with ideas, especially before I have conversations with clients. I will go to ChatGPT and say, give me some ideas about X, Y, and Z that we're going to be covering in the meeting, and then I can take 3 or 5 ideas from that and say, okay, great, let me talk through this with the client, with the author that I'm working with, and we can actually punch up the story based on these ideas. But this isn't just taking it wholesale, this is picking and choosing. It's thinking about, what matters most. With outlining, a process that historically had taken weeks, if not months to complete, coming up with a book outline, can be done in a matter of minutes. I mean, it changes the game on book outlining. If you go to ChatGPT and ask it to give you a book outline on any topic, it can be the most asinine or ridiculous idea that you can come up with. It will give you a book outline based on this topic. It's really neat to play around with it and to try different things, to throw different approaches to it, and then when it comes out with an outline, you can actually suggest changes. Why don't you move this section here and add a chapter about this, and then it sends it back to you. It's a neat process, and it's helped me in book writing because it's helped me unlock ideas. It's helped me unlock opportunities, so even if the outline's not complete or it's not in its final form, it's something that I can look at. It's something concrete that I can actually consider and think about. On the flip side, there are legal and copyright issues that deal with ChatGPT. So this isn't just as simple as taking text and using it and running with it. I've dealt with so many different projects that authors have tried to use ChatGPT, and these pieces of information aren't actually theirs. It's not copyrightable. It's not their own unique work. And if you end up writing a book with ChatGPT and go to publish it, you have to let the publisher, in this case Amazon, but other companies, you have to let them know that you've used AI to write the book, that this is assisted, that this involves AI text. It's not the same thing as writing a book yourself. The goal with any book that you're writing is to make it as unique as possible, to make it uniquely yours. ChatGPT is based on things that have already been published. The knowledge base is published material, whether online or in books or in other formats. So you're taking all these collective ideas and dumping them into a book and then passing it off as your own. How is that contributing to your ability to promote yourself, ability to promote your experiences, ability to promote your expertise? Your expertise is unique to you because it involves your journey, your story to get there. What is your message, your unique message to share with the world? And that's a message that no one else has. Even if there are other similar books, even if other people are writing books in the same space, your message should be unique to your story and unique to the audience that you're trying to target. By writing your book with AI, it means that you're sounding like everybody else. Your stories are everybody else's stories. You're just writing a universal book and then putting your name and image on the cover. It's not the same thing. That's not to say that AI doesn't have great use, but it really diminishes the impact that you can have when you're giving away your voice and allowing for the collective voice to take over for that. That you're just giving away your message and platform for the collective impacts of the world, all the books that have already been written before. Your book should be new and original and creative and unique. And if you're using AI to write your book, it's not original, it's not unique at all. I actually once tried to write a book with AI. I spent an entire afternoon working on a book about the president, James Buchanan. He grew up in the same hometown as me, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And I decided, wouldn't it be great to write an entire series, a biography about each of the US presidents? So I started with James Buchanan. I went to ChatGPT and I plugged in all these different prompts, getting information about James Buchanan's story. And then I reviewed what I'd come up with. Not only was it clunky, it was incorrect factually. It had a lot of errors, a lot of easily identifiable errors. These were things that just by a quick Google search I can recognize were not correct. The thing I've realized too is that if you're a good writer and even a marginally good writer, your writing is more original and creative than ChatGPT's. You know, you're really shortchanging yourself to give away your voice and your message and your impact. It's a great idea to think that you can take the material, refine it, clean it up a little bit, and here we go, here's a book. How much time does it take to clean it up? How much time does it take to refine the text? It's interesting, when I work with somebody as a book ghostwriter, I tell them up front that it typically takes 3 to 6 months to write a draft. You know how much time commitment that is from them? That's 12 to 24 hours. That's 1 hour a week for 3 to 6 months. It's 12 to 24 hours. I tell people that I can write a book for them in their voice, making it completely original in 12 to 24 hours of their time. Do you think you could write a better book with a book ghostwriter for 12 to 24 hours? Or do you think you'd write a better book with AI for 12 to 24 hours? My guess is that if you're working with an established book ghostwriter, you're going to write a much better book than if you're leaving your expertise and skill set and message to AI to just write creatively, to write what has already been written in the world and just package it in a new way. You know, your message is so unique and so special. Instead of thinking about having ChatGPT or AI write your book for you, think about how it can help you and all these AI skills helping empower you to write your book. Some of the tools that make book writing easier today are transcription tools that use AI, like Otter or Rev. They're insanely helpful and really beneficial. I used to transcribe conversations with clients I met with. It would take hours upon hours, and I would constantly get lost in recordings. Now you can simply upload your recordings to one of these services, and you have them ready to go, and here's a transcript. So that's a great tool to use. That's an AI-generated tool. It's a great tool to use. Otter or Rev for AI transcription. Grammarly for editing help is another good one. For ideas and outlining, ChatGPT. So it's great to see these tools making the book writing process easier, and employing them the right way, using them the right way can help you write the best book instead of leaving it to ChatGPT to write a book for you. I remember one person I worked with for a little while. They came to me with a draft, a full manuscript, and I started reading it. And I kept reading it, and I said, ooh, no. This is all written by ChatGPT. There was not an original word in the entire manuscript. And I talked to them, and I said, you know, this really needs to be reworked. Like, there's nothing salvageable here. This isn't usable in any way. It wasn't beneficial. It didn't serve a purpose. Even at the beginning of the book, it talked about their unique story of getting into their field. I told them, I'd love to hear more about your unique story in your field. And they said, well, that was generated by AI too. Like, even the parts that were about their story were generated by ChatGPT. There was literally nothing original in the book. And it was such a disappointment. You know, we ended up collaborating for a little while, and then they ended up walking away. It was an important message for me, important lesson for me to not leave it to AI to write your book. You know, you have a unique story. You have something to say. Don't let ChatGPT write your book for you. Simply use it as a tool to help you write the best book. All right, since we've covered ChatGPT and book writing, I'd love for you to schedule a call with me so we can talk about your book and how to make it original and unique. Just head to goodghostwriter.com. You can click the link below. There you can book a free one-on-one strategy call with me. We can talk about your book, the message you're trying to share, and the best ways to help you bring your message forward. You know, whether that's book ghostwriting, whether that's you writing with the help of some AI tools, Whether that's some simple input about how to make the book writing process smoother for you. I'm just happy to offer any expertise I can share and help make your book writing journey as powerful as possible. Remember, good ghostwriting makes great books. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.